All right, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin, and this is SmellGoodz. Listen, today I've got for you finds that I found in local rack stores that I think you probably might want to be on the lookout for, especially if you can pick them up. And if you know what I'm talking about as far as rack stores, I'm talking about your Marshalls, your TJ Maxx's, your Burlingtons, your Ross, and I think Belk's would also qualify, even though we don't have any here locally. But you can pick up great fragrances. All of them are definitely in that budget range. Some surprising ones that, as I go through this, may surprise you. Some of these have kind of like niche quality in some respects as far as just some of the combinations, but definitely something I think that you might want to stick around and get some information on. All right, here's what I've got. Again, these are things that I've picked up from local rack stores, but I'm just going to go not in any particular order, just some things that I've picked up that I've seen or that I've seen at my local rack store that maybe I already had, got it someplace else, but it was there. And so I'm going to include that in this list. All right. First one up is going to be English laundry. You can probably find quite a few of these from time to time. I see them a lot of times at TJ Maxx. This as a brand, they do pretty good work. Now, they're not technically, as far as I know, attempting to be a clone house or a remix or a cover house, if you will. But a lot of their fragrances do tend to remind me of other things. So like this one, which is Cambridge Night, definitely reminds me of the Invictus line, right? Decent atomizer. You get that Invictus scent right up top. It's there. And so you can get this probably really cheaply. I've seen these go for like $15, $16 or so. But then some of y'all be tripping because I've seen some of y'all have, not y'all in particular, but I've seen some folks that have gone and they have them on like OfferUp and some of these other places for like $30 and $40 a bottle. And I'm like, y'all just trying to get over. But Cambridge Night, nice one if you're looking for an Invictus type of DNA and fragrance. Projection, decent. Longevity, not so much. But for what you're paying for it, you can probably set yourself up with decant or travel spray, refresh throughout the day, and still have that have yourself smelling great, but on the budget. All right. So Cambridge Night by English Laundry. Next one that I've got is going to be, we'll actually run a little streak of Banana Republic because they have, they've been heavy. Heavy in my Burlington. First one up is Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Its name tells you, if you can focus, its name tells you exactly what it's trying to get across. Tobacco and Tonka Bean. However, what it does not mention that's really up front here is there's a nice plum note that's at the top. So this opens up fruity. Now it dries down, you get that tobacco and that Tonka Bean. This is one of those that I think I would say is very budget, but it has a niche feel to it, right? It's not trying to be a cookie cutter fragrance. It's not necessarily even a mass appeal fragrance, although it does smell really good. It's a good one. You can get this. I got this for like $20 at Burlington. Again, Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Be on the lookout for it. I think you might be impressed. You might actually pick it up and like it. All right. Next one, and we're going to stick with that Banana Republic, is we've got another one, which is Dark Cherry and Amber. Let me take the cap off already. Dark Cherry and Amber. Opportunity to focus there. There we go. This is a nice cherry fragrance. And I mean, if you're a guy that doesn't really get into cherry, now this is not cherry on the level of French Defense, I think it is, by Mind Games. What this reminds me of is, you remember those cherry sours, those little red little red things of candy that people would have, you go to the candy store and get. That's what this reminds me of as far as the initial smell is the cherry sours. It has that sour cherry smell to it. Then it does dry down with this nice amber, fruity type of thing going on. And it just works. This is strictly unisex. This does not, to me, lean one way or the other too much. It is, I would say, right down the middle. Male or female could get away with wearing this and it'd be great. Does have decent projection, decent longevity. And the other one did too. The tobacco and tonka bean had decent longevity, especially when you're paying, like I said, about $20 for it. Something else that you might want to be on the lookout for if you see it in your rack stores. And again, that is Dark Cherry and Amber by Banana Republic. All right. Now, last Banana Republic, just because, again, I like I said, they were running through my Burlingtons. I would go in every now and then I would see a different one. This one is Metal Rain. Got the 1 ounce of this, very small bottle. Give it a chance to focus there. There we go. Metal Rain. This is in the vein of Silver Mountain Water. And again, I don't know that they were trying to clone it necessarily, but you definitely get that Silver Mountain Water-ish smell through this. So again, for sub $20, if you don't want to, or maybe don't have a different, let me say this, there are some that do this better, no question about it. There are some houses that do Silver Mountain Water as a cover or remix. They do it better, no question about it. But if you're talking about in your rack store, something you can pick up on the cheap, on the low, that gives you that same type of scent profile, Metal Rain is going to be one that you might want to check out and look for. All right. Next up is some things that were kind of surprising just because I didn't expect to see them there, but I did see them. Now, one of them I did get in the rack store. The other one I did get actually off one of my online connects. But they are both from the House of Lattafa. The first one is going to be the Kayed Al Farsan. This is the black bottle. There's the white bottle as well, which is the Unlimited. This one, huge pineapple on the opening, very tropical scent. Definitely something that could work, or does work, I should say, for your summer. On this one, as far as Lattafa, doesn't live up to me as far as what I've seen so far for this one. It doesn't live up to my experience on other Lattafas as far as projection and longevity. This it's a decent performance for a fragrance, but for what I've come to see and expect from Lattafa, it's not quite there yet, right? And maybe it needs to macerate some more. I've had this for about 2 months now. Great fragrance. Yeah, great fragrance. Hits you with pineapple immediately when you're spraying it. There's some other things there. I think there's some saffron in there, which is, some people have said that this is kind of a Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540 blend. I don't get that. I get that they're saying it because of the saffron that's there and the pineapple that hits up top. And pineapple is, what most people point out from Aventus, and saffron is what most people point out from Baccarat Rouge. But I don't know that that's what it was going for. But you can pick this up again at your local rack store. Like I said, mostly I've seen it at Burlington. Really cheap, $20. You can get the full bottle here. Something else to check out. Next up is, listen, if you can find this in your local rack store, get it. And let me say it again, get it. This is Eternal Oud, which is it's probably very top on my list of my fragrances as far as Lattafa. This is their take on Grand Soir by MFK, and not a one-to-one. This adds a note of plum in it, but the vanilla, the amber, all that's in this just works wonderfully. Definitely for the winter. So if you're watching this as I'm dropping this video, run, don't walk to your nearest Burlington, because that's where I've seen it, but any place else that might have it, if you can get it, and if you haven't gotten it already, you might want to check it out. Eternal Oud, if you can get it in your rack store, grab hold of it. All right. Then the other one, let's just do this one. This one I found at a TJ Maxx. This is Mauge Jubilee, what is that, 36 or 26? This is cloning or covering or remixing Jubilation by Amouage. Spicy fragrance, woody fragrance. Decent atomizer. Now, I've not put nose on Jubilation. In fact, I was at Neiman Marcus, where they have these, but they did not have a tester out for me to sample. But as far as the smell on it, it smells great. It's a nice, I would say this is more of a nighttime wear. Definitely winter, fall type of a fragrance. This is more of a date night fragrance, I would say. It gives that vibe for me. Not necessarily office wear or just gym scent. That's definitely not what this is. This is going to be more intentionality in wearing this. But you can get this, I think I was like $15, $16 for this. Yeah, it works. Again, nice pickup that you can find in your local rack store. If you can find it, put your nose on it, see if it fits your scent profile, and pick it up. Again, Amouage 26, Jubilee 26, which is their take on Jubilation by Amouage. All right. And then the last one, I included this just because I know that I did get this outside. I got this actually as a gift, but I've seen this in my local rack stores. And so I wanted to include this. This is Coach Black. This is the 1.7 ounce bottle, but Coach Black, great Coach fragrance. Atomizer sucks. Let me just say this. The atomizer on Coach sucks. I don't get it. The whole twist to close it, I don't get it. But that's not what you're here for. The fragrance, does it work? Absolutely. You can get this. I think you can get this probably about, I think I've seen the 3 ounce or the 100 milliliter for like $40. So definitely something you can find at your rack store. Definitely find it for a decent price. But Coach, nice designer that you could have from your local rack store. And these are all things that like I've said, I've seen in my local rack stores. Many of them I've picked up in my local rack stores, and wanted to give you the heads up that if you see these, you might want to check them out, because there's some good deals in here, some good, nice fragrances in here. All right. That's it for this one. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're seeing in your rack stores. If there's something that I need to be on the lookout for, if there's something that maybe is starting to filter out there that I need to run down and see if they've got it at mine. But again, as always, I'm asking, stay safe, stay sane, stay smelling good. We'll see you next time. Have a great one. Be blessed.